What's up, guys? Today we're doing a rear pinion seal on my '05 Grand Cherokee. The seal is torn up and is slinging fluid all over the place under there. So we're just gonna jump right into it. The first step is already out the way. You gotta raise the rear end up. Put it on these rhino ramps, backed it up there. If you look, you can see where the fluid is slinging all over the place. It's all over the drive shaft, on the control arms, everywhere up there. Yeah, so we're going to be replacing, it's actually dripping off the seal right now. We're going to be replacing that pinion seal, and hopefully that'll take care of all this leaking. Second thing you're going to want to do is take a marker or a paint pen or even some lip gloss and mark the relation of the drive shaft to the pinion so that you can get it installed back on the same way. And I don't seem to have a marker anywhere at the moment, but I do have this screwdriver, so I'm just gonna make a little incision on the side here just to match the two of them up. After you've made your distinguishing marks so that you can tell where it came from, you're just going to want to grab a 15mm and take these bolts off. Just getting that thing nice and hot to break the thread locker. That's a comparison right there. This one is heated up and it's kind of hot. This one I didn't heat up and look how stuck it is. That's a real good comparison. Then it sticks in there pretty well. But it's out. We've got 1, 2, 3 out. And we're also going to grab a bungee cord because we're going to need something to hold this thing up after I disconnect it. Drive shaft is disconnected. It was stuck pretty good, but I just I actually heated up this corner, and I took a pry bar and a screwdriver and I just hammered it on the seam until it came loose. Next thing to do is I'm gonna mark this shaft and this nut so that I can line it back up perfectly. I'm also gonna mark the flange again because I actually have some stuff now. So I'm gonna mark the flange to the housing, the nut to the shaft, and then the drive shaft to the flange is already marked. After that, we're just going to heat this nut up because it's sealed pretty tight, and we're going to use a 1 1/4 inch socket to get it off. Yeah, so a quick tip for anyone who didn't know. Diff fluid is flammable, so be careful because it definitely just set something on fire back here where all that diff fluid is. I had to beat it out with my hand because I don't have anything else under here. So, just be careful, guys. Okay, guys, so this bolt will definitely be easier if you have power tools. I was trying to spin it earlier and it just wanted to roll the whole car forward because the wheels are still on the ground. But I heated it up, hit it with the impact. It comes off nice and easy. So, with that bolt off, you can still see the markings on it too. With that bolt off, next we got to take this flange off. Oh, yeah, this flange comes out nice and easy, huh? I'm pretty sure that's not supposed to be so easy to pop out. But okay, so no fighting with the flange. We're just going to pull it out. I'm going to pop that seal out with a seal pry. And then I'm going to try to get the new one back in before I lose all of my diff fluid. Let's see. So, now I'm going to take the flange off. Set the flange to the side. Now you see why I've got the drip pan here. As you can see, this seal is chewed up. This is the outside lip. And actually, This is not the outside lip. This is a piece of a tree branch that was wrapped around there. And also the reason why the seal got destroyed. The seal is still inside. Be careful. You don't want to damage any splines, anything. There we go. Oh man, there's more tree bits inside the seal. Make sure you match up your old and your new seals. You can see the old one had RTV that went around here. So I went ahead and put some RTV black, right stuff around the new one. And now it's time to put the new one in. But before I do that, I'm gonna take some brake clean and a rag and I'm gonna just wipe up down there a little bit so it's clean going in. Alright, so now the new seal is pressed in. It's nice and tight. No room to get a fingernail behind. We're going to take this flange and we're going to line it back up the way it came off. So you're going to want to find your marks on there. Alright, now that I got it back lined up the way it's supposed to go on. One thing to make sure of is that that seal behind it presses down as this pulls on. Like that. You see how it's pushed outwards? And then you're just going to take this and you're going to tighten it back down so the marks line up. And make sure that you have the same amount of thread showing on the top as you did before, so that you know it's in the exact same spot. I'm going to take this impact to get it snug. Alright, we got the marks lined back up. The flange is in the exact same place. Now we're gonna bring this drive shaft back down and hook it back. So we got all 4 bolts put back in and Loctite it before we did so, which means we can just go ahead and tighten all 4 of them down. Once we get them all 4 tight, if you didn't leak any diff fluid, this will be a job completed, but I was low on fluid already, plus I leaked more, so the last part of this job for me is just going to be filling the rear diff back up with fluid, and hopefully that doesn't take more than 1 bottle, because that's all I got. Double check and make sure they're nice and tight. All 4. Alright guys, we got it taken care of. It was a pretty easy fix. Hopefully this helps somebody out there, and you can take care of a problem like this by yourself at home too. If it did help you out, or if you liked the video, drop a like, leave a comment if there's anything specific you want to see me fix, and subscribe if you want to see more. But that's all guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.